Greetings and welcome. We are back again. We're doing that Hogwarts thing. So I did a little bit off camera. Mostly a lot of some of the little fetch quests and whatnot. Collected a few more animals for the breeding. I'm still missing one, and I still need a few more for like the breeding stuff. But we're not here for that. We've had this one sitting on the books for a little while now. And I think it's time to go and poke the big fuzzy pain in my ass. Oh, yeah. Also got a pretty cool new mask. I like it. So I'm gonna wear it. Alright, time's up. Let's do this. Giant spider! Ugh. What the fuck? Oh, jeez. Yeah, fun is a word. Not sure I would use it in this scenario, but, you know. Hello, ugly.
Defender. Bombarder.
On the clock.
Glaciers. Levioso.
Put me down right now.
Accio.
You lot gay.
Levioso.
Damn you! Who's this you? Blocking me!
Accio.
Levioso!
Levioso.
How's the view? Stop this buffoonery! Levioso!
Expelliarmus.
Would you like me to put you down? Levioso! A lucky shot!
Glaciers.
Levioso!
Bombarder.
Levioso!
Flipendo. Glaciers. Levioso. Accio.
Levioso!
Levioso.
Put me down! Treating me like I'm not a proper lady!
Accio.
Levioso!
Defender.
Here's 10 Levioso!
Expelliarmus. Defender. Repulsor. Levioso.
When I get down, you're in a heap of trouble!
Flipendo. Bombarder. The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now. Expelliarmus. Defender. Repulsor. Levioso. Repulsor. Defender. Protego. Flipendo. Glaciers. Bombarder. Flipendo. Glaciers. Defender. Bombarder.
The challenge completed. There we go. Oh, yeah, I should probably point out, if anybody notices the little green X's that keep appearing on stuff, I did put a point in the dark arts. Kind of working on some of the curse effects. Still not gonna use the unforgivables. But the curse stuff looks useful, so I think I am gonna dip into that a little bit.
Glacius, Defender, Bombarder, Propender.
Because yeah, if you curse something, I think it takes more damage, and you can kind of ping pong that off a few things.
Bombarder. Glacius. Defender. Propender. Glacius. Bombarder. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Descendo. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Confringo. Potato. Stupefy. Glacius. Bombarder. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
What the hell?
Levioso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Bombarder.
Now you're thinking with explosives.
The cave must be somewhere in this maze. I wonder what else is in here. Glacius. Defender. Bombarder. Potato. Stupefy. Propender. Glacius. Defender. Bombarder. Defender. Confringo. Potato. Levioso.
Jeez.
Descendo. Confringo. Glacius. Defender. Propender. Bombarder. Not my fault you're a deadly great spider.
Wait, am I going backwards now? What the fuck, game?
Bombarda!
Here we go.
This could be the Acromantula cave Mr. Adley mentioned.
Oh, here we go. Nightmares. Sup, bitch?
So this is the infamous absconder. Glacius! Defender! Bombarda! Repender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Potato! Stupid one! Confringo! Levioso! Descendo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Glacius! Defender! Bombarda! Protect!
Fuck, he just like one-shot me. He does not play around. Yeah, Ouch is right. Hopefully that was a checkpoint before I went in there. Yeah, alright, good.
Confringo! Flipendo! Glacius! Flipendo! Bombard! So this was the infamous absconder. Flipendo! Descendo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Levioso! Potato! Stupid! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Glacius! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Descendo! Flipendo! Glacius! Defendo! Bombarda! Flipendo! Glacius! Now that's taken care of. I need to find the heirloom for my old daughter.
Cabbages did some work. Cabbages did a lot of work in that one.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Confringo. Revelio.
I'm not seeing... Wait. Am I going blind? I'm not seeing shit. Did it, like, not spawn or something? Did it bug?
Confringo.
Ah, here's a loot room. Okay. There it is.
I need
Alright,
to bring
cool.
this heirloom back to Mr. Adley.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Ah, you look none the worse for wear. Oh, I take it you decided against entering the Absconder's Cave, then?
You would be incorrect in that.
Mr. Adley, I retrieved the heirloom pocket watch from Milo's body.
Merlin's beard! How did you? Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to think about that acromantula ever again.
Well, you
Thank
won't have
you.
to, because I blew it the hell
Thank
up.
you very much.
I'm glad Milo's daughter will have something to remember him by.
I am too. As far-fetched as his schemes were, Milo was a good friend, and I shall miss him. Please, accept this reward for your trouble.
What do you have for sale?
Milo can rest in peace now that his wishes have been fulfilled and his daughter has something to remember him by. Oh, you'll like that. I'm sure of it. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your business.
Alright, so let's go learn our last... Well, let me throw some points in here first. No. Disarming... I have been using that more and more. Tension? Nope, that's not it. Sorry. Good guess, though. Hey, I'm not making these up, so I can't, you know. I will say you were kind of close. But no, not have it either. You're in the ballpark, but not quite there. That's why I didn't throw this one as a and a ravenclaw. There's a bunch of things that it could be, but see, I'm such a guy. My first instinct was wind, but you know.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be...
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Apparently they heard right.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say,
What are
is
you
an
pulling your other
exact
group?
science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be
Hey,
transformed.
hey, that's
if you can
completely
just
fair.
Perceive
You just
the
can't look it up.
potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Oh, well, have fun.
Beautifully done.
The Spellmaster. Alright, so let me see what I got. Yeah. We'll throw that down on that one. Turn objects and enemies into alternate forms. Whether puzzle solutions or harmless knickknacks. Oh, speak with Professor Weasley. Alright. Not quite finished with that.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
I don't think so.
Not at all. I enjoy talking to Mr. Ollivander. I'm fascinated by wand law, and I'd never visited the owlery. Bit of a mess.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
That's a complete set. So now all we have to do is the main quest, which... Wow, we're running out of main quest. And side quest, which... Holy hell. Yeah, so we only have 9 more main story quests. We're moving right along with this. But speaking of side quests, we have some what do I want to do? I'm already in Hogwarts, so we'll do this one.
What are you up to now?
But I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
So frustrating.
I remember our meet mentioning something about gobbledygook.
You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful. Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating. She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus, and it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the Highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month, then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight, then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu, but Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality. My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving. I felt a kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the world from a different perspective.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent. She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time. Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Wait, a gazelle? Yeah, it's like a if I'm not mistaken, kind of like a really lanky deer. To put a generalization on it. Yeah, so far I know of, well, 7 different animals. Cat,
Does it
gazelle,
get any more
stag,
cozy than
dog,
Hogsmeade?
rat, hawk. Oh yeah, Lupin wasn't a animagus, he's just a werewolf, so.
Over here.
So, yeah, 6. Oh, no, bug. Somebody turned into a beetle.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours are...
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows.
To the point, sir.
Actually, before I go on, I should ask. Are you afraid of spiders?
God damn it.
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressively. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her, and I fear she's trapped in her cottage.
Understandable, but why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts,
I
which
feel you, dude.
unlike you, seem incapable of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that right now. We have some mainline quests to get here. Sebastian or Amit? Let's go do Amit. Where are yours? Could be one of those weird things where it's not actually where it says it is.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry!
What the fuck? Okay. I love the background shit that goes on in this game.
I haven't slept in days.
Oh, I've got a sword! You must try it. Slurpers! Slurpers!
Hello there. Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Quest started. It's all gobbledygook. Property.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Protego! How about some sightseeing?
Measles, don't need them.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ?
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Revelio.
I'm quite good at sneaking up. You'll see.
The door is looking at us.
Stealth time indeed.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift.
Impressive
workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward. Revelio.
Still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Accio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Revelio. Accio. Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Reminds me of the time I nearly fell out. Watch your step round here.
Petrificus totalis.
Matter of time till Ranrock.
Being watched.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word. We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye. We should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing.
No shit, Sherlock.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Revelio. Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here, a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Revelio.
Petrificus totalis. Someone there? Not quiet enough.
Glacius, Defender, Repender, Bombarder.
That was subtle.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. I'll be quiet.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
Revelio.
Go on.
Petrificus totalis.
What's that? Who's there?
Nothing.
Petrificus totalis.
Oh, this healing is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Accio. Revelio.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
There was another room back there. I'm gonna go check that.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not
Lumos.
careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Random didn't he land around?
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos!
Wait, what?
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is.
Alright.
Revelio. Bombarda.
Not great loot, but, you know, loot nonetheless.
Magnificus Totalis.
No way, this is
dead asleep on my feet.
Who is it? Such arrogance.
Can't believe that works.
You haven't had mushroom stew like what my mother used to make. Like heads of lettuce and mushrooms were.
Magnificus Totalis.
Is something up for that die,
Shit.
are we?
Potato. Levioso.
Vegetables in combat.
Bombarda. Nice try. Defender. Defender. Bombarda.
Hit it. Rudely.
Pity. Not quite. Not quite.
This is almost
Descender. Glacier. Defender. Glacier. Defender. Defender. Leviosa.
I will have my revenge.
that was meant for me.
Bombarda. Glacier. Leviosa.
You don't know who you're playing with.
Potato. Superfast. Defender. Bombarda.
I'll get you yet.
Glacier.
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground.
Propender. Bombarda. Potato. Bombarda.
I won't rest.
Propender. Glacier. Defender. Expelliarmus. How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Revelio.
Oh, where's the boiler? Is it computer somewhere? Oh.
Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Confringo. Accio. I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Aloha, Mora. Revelio. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
Alright, so who do we run into on the exit?
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
First thing I cast is Protego.
You can stop a thief in their tracks.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
Yeah, there's a fair chance the dragon will try to kill us.
Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would... I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Trolls? Maybe. Giant spiders? Yeah. Fucking dragon? To the no! Nope.
A more hushed approach is likely wise. Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Bombarda. Bombarda.
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other. There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
Fantastic. I wonder how good her eyesight is.
Yeah, up
beg your
close this
pardon?
thing's gonna be.
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
Yeah, up close. She is absolutely going to kill us.
Watch your step.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a graphorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
I still need to find some graphorn.
Quiet. What was that?
I don't want her to hurt me either.
Over here!
Wait here. I'll run ahead.
Whenever you're ready, I'll follow your lead.
I'll draw her attention. Follow when it's safe.
Keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. Look, underneath her. I think we're close. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Yeah, you want to know the main problem with finding the nest? He can get here too!
Why is every bridge
Repair
here
her.
broken? Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntower Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
Let's go ahead and do this real quick, because this is sort of a mainline quest. Oh, it's Return Hogsmeade. That works. So yeah, this is some connection with the moons that there's the little statues that the guy wants you to get rid of.
Those statues took time and effort.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
The statues are a form of bullying. You're no better than him. Perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Hey, Voodoo. I cannot read that. Does that say lurking? If so, enjoy your lurk. Welcome, welcome.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does! Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Right. Alright. So, Sebastian. You know, I really should. The hint on the brooms has reminded me. I really should check into the.
Indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
The shop. Whoa, hang on.
Glaciers. Defender. Descender. Propender. Potato. Stupid one. Levioso. Defender. Accio. Glaciers. Defender. Bombarda. Propender. Glaciers. Defender. Bombarda. Depulse. Propender. Glaciers. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Levioso. Defender.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I finally realized what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea. But perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
What am I doing here? This patrol is...
Revelio.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
What was that? I feel as though I'm not alone.
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. I'll take them all.
What's that? Enjoy suffering, do you?
Defender! Bombardier! Leviosa! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Defendo! Defendo!
Easily neither.
Leviosa! Defender!
Easy and strong.
Repulsor! Descendo! Springo!
Is he? Not right.
Leviosa! Glacial! Defender!
I shall avenge your death. Oh, good as new.
Flipendo! Bombarder!
Someone. Someone.
Totalis.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
Revelio.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet. Revelio.
You know which one I'd choose?
I was only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind. Hello? Afraid to fight? Oh, this day has gone on too long. Someone there? How nice of you to stop by. See,
Flipendo!
Too slow.
Flipendo!
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Bombarda! Flipendo! Glacius! Defender! Flipendo! Repulsor! Levioso!
Do you think this is funny?
Flipendo! Repulsor! Descendo! Descendo!
That's better.
Confringo! Accio! Expelliarmus! Defendo!
Surely you can see that. This will not go well for you.
You know what? That's quite enough of that.
Revelio!
Destruction 3. I like it. Enter the Overlook Hotel. Wait, no!
Most goblins in my family worked in the mines at one time or other.
For better or for worse, we're in. Petrificus Totalis.
All over.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
An intruder!
Glacius!
Get up the finger!
Protego!
Let's get this over with.
Bombard! Glacius! Defender! Defender!
Rather a wine coming back this way.
Bombarda! How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That's the way the pointer is going. So we go the easy way first.
Confringo!
All that for some art. Gonna need some more of that later.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really. Confringo!
Bombs away.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. We're making quick work of them. Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists all but declared war.
Lumos.
Lumos. Confringo.
Lumos.
Lumos. Lumos.
Next stop after this needs to be the room for requirements.
Blazes. Defender.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Such arrogance.
Bombarda.
You'd be better suited for gardening than for battle. I won't rest.
Bombarda.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Descendo.
Bro!
Bombarda. Stupid one.
We're here to see this.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Descendo. Glacius. Defender. Defender.
We're not finished yet.
It's almost Bombarda. Defender. Glacius. Defender. Descendo. Confringo. Descendo. Descendo. Depulso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Propendo. Confringo. Descendo.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
Confringo.
Now, a rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo.
Wasn't expecting that.
You got knocked quite hard. Yeah. The world floated back to me as if in a watery haze. How long have I been unconscious? I remember his eyes empty. Of sorrow, yes, but also I recall feeling a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish. But then everything started to turn. When I fell, I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark. But the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it's not the Black Death. At least he is no longer in pain.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this
Sebastian,
mystery.
I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio. If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless
I cut myself off by, going through the magical wall thing. Gotta love a good magical wall thing shortcut. Timing. Yeah, pretty much.
And now for the moment of truth.
it has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Oh, lovely.
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
I have thrilling news. I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Well, I believe now is as soon as I can. Let me get some more from Poppy. Alright. We'll go get the upgrade and go do Poppy's. Yeah. We'll do the upgrade first, because I need to sell some shit. We'll do the upgrade. We'll go to the rumor requirement and see the unknown loot that I've got. Do some, material, whatnot. And then we'll go do Poppy's thing.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
Thanks. Increases your broom's acceleration and speed.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Oh, damn, that was close. I literally filled up everything. Whoa, hang on. That's slightly better. Maybe. It is blue. Yeah. Damn.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Get out of my head!
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
It does seem a bit faster.
I should dismount here. Hello. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
Alright, what's the bullshit on this one? Oh. Pole zone with bumpers? Huh.
Precisely as planned.
Interesting. Too much. God damn it.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio!
I will turn you into a pebble.
Precisely as planned. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Good block.
Accio!
God damn it.
Such grace. Finesse. Didn't I say I adore competition? Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Well, I did knock her score back a little bit.
Precisely as planned. Nice technique. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Hard luck. Care for another round?
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Nice technique. Accio! Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio! Precisely as planned.
Accio!
Nice technique. Wow, you are good. I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
was told about a secret around here somewhere that's only accessible to Ravenclaw. There it is. Yeah, you can't even land up here unless you're Ravenclaw.
Aloha Mora. Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Let's jump to and go do the thing real quick. No, that leads to the Ravenclaw common room. It's only accessible if you're a Ravenclaw. This. Locked. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's definitely better. By a vast margin. But I need a level 2 before I can do it. So I'll go ahead and level that up, though. That is also very, very good. And I can equip that now. And no, we're not gonna mess with that. I want the traits. And now we do the upgrade thing. Alright, so...
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Right. Shit is too powerful for this. Oh, yeah, it's a tier 1 thing. Right. Alright, so we'll slap that on there. Alright, and what was the other thing? The scarf? Right, the scarf, soon to be. Alright. Mooncalf. I have Foopers now, so we can upgrade that. Phoenix Feather. Shit! Okay. Right. That's a thing. Let's go into our tier 3. I can do Destruction. I have Defendo. Yeah. Configure. Knock that up there. That's pretty good. Alright, next level. Are we doing some work? Ah! Hello, Highwing. What do I have in here? Alright, so Measle Offspring. So that one's good. I still need to breed Niffler. I'm like 90% sure I did. Yeah, I'm 100% sure I did Mooncalf. So I need to, yeah, I still need to find some Nifflers. Or another Niffler den. A resupply on Wiggenweld would not go amiss. As well as honestly, I need to throw some more. Chopping cabbages on to cook. As it were. Let's see, they can rocket a small planter, can't they? Dittany, Malsweet, Mandrake. No. That ought to be good. Check my other rooms. What do I have in this one? Thestrals, unicorn, and the purple toads. Alright. And I got my birds in the last one, so let me run over here real quick. Because I need to make sure I grab some of the birds, because those feathers are important right now. All too damn close. Oh, do I not have... Crap. 2 male flippers. Come here, you. I need your feathers. Alright. That ought to be good for now. So it turns out I need 2 more animals. Alright. So, what did I say we were doing next? Poacher's house call.
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Alright, we'll go talk to Nettie. And then we'll hit up another... Yeah, screw it, I'll just start it.
Ah, there you are.
What is Motaro?
No need to race now, my friend.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down.
Centaur from
I
Mortal
know you
Kombat.
have a plan.
We must gather
right.
information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Levioso and
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it, but perhaps it's...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and be worthy of Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
I haven't, Oh no, I got that one. Not that I'm really using the money anymore at this point, but, you know, you never know.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Oh, she was in gazelle form and got captured.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
What, a hideout underneath a bar? Not like it hasn't been done before.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
After, you know, I steal everything not nailed down. Because priorities,
Better be
am I
sure
right?
I'm not seen.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now.
It's been a bit grim. It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone. I ain't allowed back in Glad Rags on account of my light fingers. I'm the only one left in the trouble. Charming.
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
Revelio.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never see it coming.
Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty, don't you, Fred?
I've heard Centaur's quieter than you.
How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Rookwood's work for him? I reckon I've used the dark arts several times. Can't understand why more don't. They're remarkable.
Revelio.
Oh, you're wasting your time. Let's finish this job and be done.
Verificus totalis.
Yoink. It was a,
Yes, there've been mistakes, but I can't.
something I can equip to my,
We've
my
seen far
armor.
worse in our years. Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Verificus totalis. Revelio.
Lower Hogsfield needs some stocks after our visit.
It's not gonna be perfect, and this is gonna break into a fight. Eventually, but the more of these bastards I can knock out of the picture, the better.
One wonders if one's life is indeed carved out by destiny.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone.
If it's that cat again, I will...
Totalis.
Expulsion! What are you... Expulsion!
To your knees!
Descendo!
Do that again, and I'll squash you like lazy as you are.
That's proper football, that is! Reduction!
Repulsor! Expelliarmus!
That's mine!
Reduction! Expulsion!
Leviosa!
Tiger!
Leviosa! Repulsor! Expelliarmus!
Could do worse than pit upon Ford. Shopkeepers keep their shelves full.
Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Don't give me that look. You want to mind yourself, you do, before I take it into my head to do something that will give you a real look of pain.
The girl's friend won't come look.
Expulso! Stop that right now. What are you? Thought you could hide from me, did ya? Expulso! Expulso!
Stupid one!
Barely felt anything at all.
What are your thoughts, John? Very honest.
Revelio. The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Yeah, there are like little challenges and whatnot. They're called dueling challenges. If you complete them, you get some bonus stuff. That's why I was keeping that one alive, because he had a specific challenge to do.
Confringo!
Alright, let's go find that.
Revelio. Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would over here.
I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand.
Revelio.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
So do you, like, want your wand back, or are you good? Yoink.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Oh, I guess I was supposed to, you know, sneak around and get them out stealthily, and then, you know, they would help me with that fight. Or something. Ah, well, that works too.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
It's just gonna kind of like ping pong between those two, isn't it? Okay, upgrade, which means I can switch to the other scarf, I think it was? Yes. That is also better. Go ahead and switch to that now, and upgrade it here a little bit later. I got it asked to. Oh, right. Talent. That'll be fun. Especially if I can get a good combo going. While I am right here. That's I'm skipping the script.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, human?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Alright, I'm back.
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Knowing a meat is like...
Be on hold for a second. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Had some work stuff to deal with. But yeah, I can kind of get, the centaurs being a little bloodthirsty. They're usually, like, kind of treated like shit from a lot of people. No, that's a griff. Alright. Double check the quest. I think... Yeah. Alright, so let's hop over and continue the main line. Yeah, there's supposed to be like some ancient constellations or something like that. That's weird. Go home, Matt. You're drunk. What the f... Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. If I'm going to the map chamber, I may as well go ahead and upgrade my gear first. Except going crazy. See, I don't think I had anything that needed to be checked yet. No one did.
Nothing to identify. For now, at least.
But there was some of this, yes. Upgrade, fun! Upgrade, upgrade. Upgrade. There we go. And pop a level 2 on it. What do we got? That's cool. Ooh, laceration. That's always fun. Very good, very good. Where's that Phoenix again? Alright, that is good, that is good. Alright, we are all... Oh, wait, hang on. Let's at least do Ancient Magic 2 if we're gonna do that. Manipulation, yeah, we need to change. That's not even what I have. Destruction, down here, laceration. Binding. I could do better.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Rabe and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
Not yet. We can do better than that. Honestly, if I want to do that, I may as well do Binding 3. Yeah. Alright. So, upgraded. Potion get. Stock up on the cabbages. And we are ready to break shit. Alright.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
I've already rated that.
I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good.
I know
I
where
shall
to
meet
get
you in
in.
my portrait there. Until then.
Should I attempt to cheese them?
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office?
No, no.
Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
You know what? I'm gonna save, and I want to... let me talk to Fig first, because it's the whole quest thing. But... I know of a way to break into the headmaster's office without having to go through the usual steps. Because I've already stolen everything of value. But there's probably going to be a way to... he was in there at the time. But probably going to have to be something to get him out of there first.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
It took me forever to make that, and you just drop it on the floor.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Let's go do some side quests as Professor Black. I wonder if that's a thing. Maybe I'll have another
Professor,
playthrough.
a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable...
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours. I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Headmaster? Here, what could he want?
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls,
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
The headmaster. I hope it's not about anything I've been doing.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the minister.
Professor, a word, please.
Shit.
Hello, Professor Black.
Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never...
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah! Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Oh, the question becomes, do we want to do the trial now? So I'm fairly certain that will advance the time even further. Let's deal with this first. Wait. I think it was like right there, wasn't it? It would have been faster to walk. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and do this quest and then probably call it for tonight. It is getting late and I require food.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and, well, check here. It's probably just a thing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call it here. Let me check one thing real quick before we go. No. All right, well, until next time, y'all have a good one and stay safe out there.